welcome to Rose Opal Knits, our knitting and other crafts podcast.
This is episode 33, and I'm Daphne.
And I'm Erica. She's my daughter-in-law. I'm her mother-in-law. So hello, and welcome back to all the returning viewers. And if you're new here, we hope you stick around and you like what you see. Like I said in the beginning, this is a knitting and other crafts podcast. We show mainly knitting, but sometimes we have crochet, cross stitch. We've had a little embroidery, a little bit of spinning. Anything else? I can't think. Okay.
Not that I can think of.
But today it's all knitting. Right?
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's all knitting today. All right, so we are going to go ahead and jump right in with the knitting. What?
You're wearing something though.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say jump right into finished objects.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta talk about what you're wearing.
Uh-huh. Yep, I have notes. So, see, I have notes. All right, so this is the Bluebird cardi, and I'm not going to stand up because like we've said before, we don't have a whole lot of room right here where we are in the corner of my bedroom. But I will pop in pictures as I talk about it. Or at least one. I know I have at least one. So this is the Bluebird cardi by Cecily Glowick MacDonald. I knit this in 2018, and I have very good notes for it on Ravelry if you're interested in looking there. But I knit the size 37 3/4. I used a US 6 4mm needle. I used a total of 817 yards.
That doesn't take much at all.
No, because it's just like, you know, a little open front cardigan or cardi, short sleeve cardi that you are supposed to wear like under tank tops or summer dresses or something. So I knit this out of Knit Picks palette, and I used two colors. This is Indigo Heather and this is the Regal color. And I actually knit the sleeves a little longer. I think they were supposed to end like, I think it's just a, you know, like you just knit the cuff, you know, from here. But I don't know. I like to cover some of my arms. And what else? I made some other modifications to it. I think I knit the body a little bit longer, which meant that I needed to pick up extra stitches around here. And I think I knit the body longer, but shortened the lace a little bit because there's a lace band at the bottom that you've probably seen with the pictures I popped in. So that's all about this little cardigan. And that's it. Ready for finished objects?
Yeah.
All right, you go ahead and start.
Okay, so I finished my little baby romper. It looks bigger than it's supposed to. I haven't compared it to the newborn outfit
the
after
outfit
I blocked it.
Yeah, uh-huh.
But so it's the Sunday Suit by Petite Knits. And all I had to finish were the little sleeves. So everything's done. And I had to sew in the crotch area and then the buttons, obviously. But so it's all the way done. And the yarn is Coop Knit Sakya, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the colorway, but the little buttons.
Is it the Adventurine?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't see these buttons. So the little buttons are little leaves. And I found them on Etsy.
Did it focus?
Yes.
Okay.
But I found them on Etsy, so that shop will be in the show notes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we can totally put it in the show notes. Oh, and I didn't say this in the beginning. All our information, all our show notes will be in the description box below.
But yeah, so I finished it, and it's cute. I'll have to compare it to an actual newborn outfit later. But I mean, they always come out long, so
Yeah. Yeah. Long
it should
torsos,
fit.
short legs.
Yeah, they got short legs, long torsos,
Mm-hmm.
so it'll fit either way. He'll still wear it.
And I have a finished object. So I finished my Seaside pleated cardigan by Marie Green of Olive Knits. And all I had left to do really was weave in the ends, finish both sleeves because I was knitting them concurrently on 12-inch circulars, and block it. So it is. I said I might not block it. I did block it. And I'm also going to pop in I have a couple of pictures of me wearing it. They are bathroom selfies. They're not very flattering, but just so you have an idea of the fit. So I showed last episode that the cardigan is meant to sit open like this one, not close. I can close it. It is very oversized, and so like I said, I like it, but I don't love it, and that's my own fault. I should have listened to the designer and knit the size smaller because I fell in between two sizes. But of course, you know, did what I thought was best instead of listening to the designer, which is silly. And also, I wanted to clarify, I was running out of yarn, and so I knit the sleeves as long as I could, which makes them 3/4 length sleeves. And they're supposed to be 3/4 length sleeves. So I had enough yarn for the pattern as written. I just wanted the body a little bit longer and the sleeves full length, and I didn't have enough yarn for that. But the yardage that is in the pattern is correct. I just made modifications and I didn't have the yarn for it. I would have probably if I had knit the size down, but anyway, I think I will wear it next winter, but I'm looking I'm thinking of some ideas on how to close it, because I am going to need to close it because it slides back off of my shoulders if I don't close it. So
I said rip it out. Make the other side.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. And I'm not gaining weight so that it fits either. Like, that's not part of the plan. Those are two options I'm not willing to do. But so I haven't even held it up for a while for you to see it. So here it is. This is Patton's Classic Wool in the black tweed colorway. That's the pleat on the back. I can't even see.
You can see it.
Okay.
You can.
All right.
At least I can.
All right.
I don't know if it's gonna actually show up. But.
Okay. And this worsted weight yarn, and I used a US 7 for the body and US 6 for the cuffs and everything. So that's that. It's finished. Woo. Yay! Oh, and I'm gonna pop in a picture too. You may have already seen it, but I came into 2021 with 8 works in progress. A couple three cross stitch, and the rest are knitting. So I'll pop that in where I checked it off.
I thought you had all 9. I thought you had 9.
Maybe it was 9. I don't remember.
I think you made a square.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you?
Yeah, I did. A grid. Yeah, you're right. It probably was
I think
9.
it was
6
9.
knitting and 3 cross stitch.
Okay. I also finished my giant shawl that I cannot show you all of it. So, and it is, okay, so I don't even know how long it is. But so here's the one end.
Oh, you didn't measure it?
No.
Okay.
So it just keeps going and going. Then there's the other end. Okay, and so I steam blocked it after, and they're not even, the two sides.
They're not even?
But
Oh.
who's gonna notice with how long
even?
this is?
Yeah.
I know, I folded it in half, and they're not even. But anyways, so I was, wherever that stitch marker is, it's somewhere on there.
Right there.
So I finished the garter.
Here,
and then the
I'll hold
stockinette.
it so you can.
It's still,
yeah.
okay, no matter what, it still like blocks both of us. But then, so garter, then the stockinette, then there's a little garter, and then the ribbing. And it is the Campfire Cozy by Espostrico, so it's a free pattern on Ravelry. So I actually messed up and didn't do enough of this garter section, so I did a little extra in the stockinette section. I think it was like 8 rows, but that was the only modification that I did. It wasn't even a modification, it was an accident. But, so, it is like a blanket. And
you didn't tell them what yarn you used.
oh yeah, it's Lion's Brand Woolies in the Rose Heather colorway. So I steam blocked it. So I just hung it on my steamer and just steamed it, and then threw it in the washer and dryer. So
yeah, because you steam blocked it to help that acrylic relax.
yeah, so this actually opened up a lot. Like, it's actually more lacy, meshy looking than it was. So, and then
because
the garter also loosened up.
Woolies is 80-20?
I think this one is. I think the new one's
90-10?
something like that.
Oh,
the
okay.
new one is less wool in it than this one was.
Okay.
This is like from 2 years ago. So, and since then they've changed the brand, like the makeup of their yarns. A lot of them, it seemed like. But yeah, so maybe we'll have pictures. Maybe we'll have pictures. I have not taken finished object pictures at all.
We could do that this afternoon. While the guys are grilling. Oh, and we didn't say in the beginning. It is Saturday. We are recording on Saturday, April 10th.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful day outside.
Yep.
All right. So that's all the finished objects.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and move into works in progress.
How many do you have? I only have 3. No, I only have 2. Just kidding.
Well, I have my shawl. I
have 3. And then I brought up.
I have a lot.
Okay, you start.
I have 6.
You start.
Okay.
You do 2, and then I'll do like 1, and you do 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So real quick, I decided that the month of April, I was going to make 2 tiny decision. What are they? So like here's the app, the Tiny Decision app on my Kindle, and I've got one for my Make 9 boards 2021, and on this one I have the Shores cardigan, Dishcloths, Derecho tee or Derecho, I don't know how to say that, Mary Rose's shrug, and the Noah shawl. And then I have a second one that's for socks. Now I have more sock whips than 3, but I only put 3 on here because I want to finish some before I add more. So on this one I put Doodle Magic heel, Lollipop vanilla sock, and Chris's DK. So for a week at a time, I hit the button for each day and it circles around and it picks what I'm supposed to work on. So it just picked the Doodle Magic heel. But I've already spun for today. But anyway, that was just to show you. So I do that twice, and I have to knit at least 30 minutes on whatever project pops up. I spin the Make 9 once, and I spin the sock one once, and I have to work at least 30 minutes. So I actually, for my Make 9, I actually got every project except for the Derecho, I'm not saying that right, tee. But I did spin a couple days ahead, and I'm actually casting that on tomorrow. So woohoo, that'll be exciting, a new cast on. But we're not going to talk about it now. We're going to talk about work in progress. So I had, I spun the Noah shawl by Knitty McPurley. Her name's Devin. Let me see, do I have a good picture? I do not have a good picture. But it's a big, beautiful shawl out of minis. And this is a good time to throw in our KCAL information. So we are currently hosting a knit and crochet along. It's all shawls. And it's participation only, and you can join us on Instagram and in our Facebook group. And on Instagram, you will use the hashtag ROK Shawl KCAL. And in our Facebook group, you just, post your pictures in the coordinating conversation thread. So that's the little plug for our thing. But I showed this in our March Extra about shawls. And since then, I had decided to rip it out. So this is all new knitting, because I decided to go up another needle size. So this is what I've completed since the last video. And I started it, this is all willow tree yarn. And it was a mini skein set that is in this bag here. And these are 10 gram minis. So I'm actually finishing up the second section, but I'm actually on my third 10 gram mini. So, And this marker is just letting me know that it's the front. And I've already sewn in the ends, but I haven't cut them because it's not blocked yet. I always wait till after I block.
I never wait. Did you see mine? You can see the
No.
little ends peeking out of my shawl.
Oh, really?
I'll try to find one real quick.
But anyway, so
noticed
there
it.
it
There they
is. Oh yeah, I can see it. Uh-huh.
They're right there. It's one. It's one. But whatever. I don't care.
So, and this is really fun, and I'm excited to get into other colors, but for right now we're working on this like muted teals. And I have a little announcement that Daphne doesn't even know about. So it was my birthday on April 6th, and I wanted to do something fun for you guys because of my birthday. So since we are hosting the Shawl Knit and Crochet Along, we're going to have a giveaway this episode. And see, I didn't even say anything to her about it. And I would like for one subscriber who leaves a comment below, I would like to gift them this Noah shawl pattern. So, all right. I just thought it would be fun to have some, to give it to somebody else, and then they can knit along too for our knit along.
Or crochet along.
Or crochet along.
Whichever one you're doing.
Yeah, but you don't have to use minis. You could knit it in solids, or you could just use partial skeins or whatever. So anyway, leave a comment below. In the next episode, I will let you know who the winner is, and we will get you your copy of the Noah shawl. All right. So, am I supposed to show another one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do two, because I only have two. That's
Okay.
it. And mine are little.
All right.
I did my big things already. That's it. That's all I had.
And I have another new cast on.
Look, this is how you're going to lose your patterns. Hold on. She's going to lose her patterns. Not putting them back.
And it's black and white, so I don't think you're going to be able. But this is Knitting Pure and Simple Little Girl Shrug, and this is the shrug I am knitting for Mary Rose. So it's just a black and white picture. But I spun this project I think 2 days. And I don't have a lot because one of those days I had to swatch. So one of those days my knitting time was swatching. But this is what I have so far. And this yarn is the Queensland collection. I guess that's Cairns. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's the colorful cotton blend, and it's 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. Don't think it has a color name. Nope, it's color 32. Wait, no, there it is. Queen Bean.
I have no idea.
I don't know if you can see. I don't know. Queen Bean. So, but it's pretty. So anyway, just a new start here. Okay.
Okay. Mine isn't that exciting. Neither of my whips are. But, and this is hard to see. This is on my little tiny needles. But anyway, so I'm knitting a baby hat. It's to go, I'll show you with this. So the yarns match my bright feather. So this is the romper, and this is the hat to go with it. So they don't match, but it matches my sweater. So I thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so this is a little hat. It is the sock head hat. But I did only 2 inches of ribbing instead of however much it calls for. It calls for a lot, and I'm like, they don't need an actual slouchy hat. But so this is it so far. And
are you gonna knit it to be more like a beanie?
A little bit, but not perfectly, because who knows? Mason had a huge head. I don't want to make it not big enough, but so
it might have a little splash.
I feel like this pattern was a good pattern to use for it. And the yarn, like I said, same yarn as in my Bright Feather, so it is Noble Character Crafts in the Wilderness colorway, I think.
So. Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. And I went up only one needle size, so the ribbing was on US 2.5, and the stockinette is on a US 3. So, and I think I have like just a couple more inches, like an inch or two before I actually do the decreases. Mm-hmm. But that's all I have on that one. It's just gonna be a little newborn hat. That's all.
Okay. And you have how many more?
One.
Oh, one more. Okay.
I didn't work on very much this time. Well, okay, that's a lie. I finished a shawl. I had a frog, like, rip back, re-knit it. I didn't even say that when I was talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shawl was a mess this week, so.
All right, so I'm going to show... I'm going to show all my socks together like one. Okay. And then I have one more after that.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so this was a half object last episode. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was.
It was.
And
I put on my sock blocker.
And I was to here on this second one. And I knit a little bit more, and then I knit the slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. And I started the gusset decreases. And this is Regia Cruise Color 6-ply. If I can find the tag. That's the DK weight yarn. And I'm knitting it on a US 3, which is a 3.25. Is that what it is?
I think so.
I always forget.
I always forget too. I know the 1.5.
Yep, 3.25 millimeters. Oh, my hair is stuck in my glasses. And here's the tag. Regia Cruise Color 6-ply. And the color number is 06201. So I just didn't feel like knitting on these. So when the couple times I did spin them on the Tiny Decisions, I got to 30 minutes and I was like, okay, done. Because I know he's not going to wear them until next winter because they're DK weight, you know? So I was just like,
oh, Holden pulled out the socks the other day.
Oh, did he?
Put them on.
Oh,
and then we went downstairs and he took them off again.
And then this is the sock, the modified magic heel sock I'm knitting for Mary Rose out of the Queen City yarn on the Not a Sock base in the Doodle colorway. And this is where I was last time. So I had a couple inches.
It's like striping actually.
Yeah, it looks cute, like micro stripes. And this is how much I have left of half of, it was a 50-gram skein, and I wound it into two 25-gram cakes.
Have you had her try it on yet, or no?
No.
No.
Nah, I'm just gonna knit it.
Okay.
And then I showed this one last time too. This is the was this a half object last time?
I think so. I think so.
Okay. Maybe the other one wasn't a half. I think I only had one half object last time. Maybe the other one.
No. I think you had both of them. I'm going to look while she talks about her sock.
Okay.
Now I want to know.
So this, I call this the Lollipop Vanilla Sock because this variegated colorway is the Lollipop colorway from Willow Tree Yarn, and the sparkly white colorway is Regia, and it's like a glitter base.
Okay, so she had the blue sock done 2 episodes done.
Oh, okay.
And then this one was her half object last
time.
episode.
Okay. All right.
That one was definitely a half object.
Okay.
That's why I had to check.
So, and I remember now that you say that because I had just barely cast it on the top. So that's where I was last time. And this is my progress so far. And I am knitting these. Oh, this is the one that I knit the cuffs on a US 1, 2.25 millimeters, and then went up to a US 1.5, 2.25 millimeters for the body, for the entire rest of the sock. So that's it.
guess it's actually a sock too. But, so I talked about this and the yarn and everything, but I've ripped it out and restarted because, okay, so Knit Picks Hawthorne is the base, and I think it's like Cosmic something. I forget the colorway. But anyways, it's Cosmic something. It'll be below if you really want the color. But anyways, so I had started it, and I was going to do the, it starts with heart something. One of the patterns in my 52 Weeks of Socks book. But with this yarn, it is not my favorite sock base. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it at all. But, like, for socks, I don't know. There's something about it that I don't like.
Does it not have a lot of stretch or bounce back or?
No, it does. I don't know.
Huh? Yeah.
I don't like it as a sock base, basically. Like, I don't know. I guess I just like the merino or the BFL nylon.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's the makeup of this? It's not merino.
It's wool and polymade. I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the tag. I don't know where it is. It's not in my bag. It's probably in my other bag. That's why.
Okay.
I normally don't have it in this bag, but I took it with us somewhere to Easter.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, so I ripped it back, and I just did the 1x1 rib, and then I'm doing a vanilla sock now. And I made this longer than normal. I don't know why. I just kept going. But then this is on a US 1.5, which is the 2.5 millimeter needle. So it's just vanilla.
Mm-hmm. So you ripped it back to the cuff?
I just ripped it all out.
Oh, all out.
I barely even started it. Like, I think I had like 5 rows done of the ribbing.
Okay.
But then I was like knitting it, and then I was like, I don't want to do this.
So the ribbing was different too.
The ribbing was different. It was like a twisted rib, and then I was done with the twisted rib, and then I was starting the pattern, and I think I did like 3 rows, and I'm like, no, I can't do that with this yarn. And then I tried a different pattern, so a lot of my projects have been work on them and rip them out, basically. So, but I need to finish them. They're from my mom's aunt. But, like, I don't know. I just didn't want to knit it, so.
You got focused on that, you became super focused on the shawl.
Yes, because I'll talk about that in a minute, actually.
All right.
Tell you why.
So another new cast on I had. Didn't I say in the last video that I wanted to stop knitting what I had on my needles and cast on a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. You said that recently. If not on the podcast with me.
So this was a new purchase I showed last time. It's falling apart. But it's I Love This Cotton by Hobby Lobby. And the color name is Eastern Nova. Yep, Eastern Nova 360. So I wanted springy colors, and they definitely remind me of spring. So I cast it on, I have this all, I think it's called Grandma, like Gramma, Grandma's Favorite Dishcloth. And I did the no holes recipe for it. And I finished one. I don't consider it finished object until like the whole ball's gone.
I feel like other people do that too.
Okay. So I have one completed. I don't have the ends sewn in yet, and I have a second one started. So I think I'm gonna get 2 2/3 out of this ball, and then I'll have to use another color. I have this color. It'll be fine.
I mean, they're just dishcloths.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you, right?
Exactly.
I mean, if they were for someone else, that'd be one thing. But if they're just for you,
to add to what I have left, yeah. So anyway, I am using a US. I think it's an 8. I'm gonna move the glasses. Yes, US 8, which is a 5 millimeter needle, and it gives me a nice loose garter, which I like in a dishcloth. I know some people like them to be real tight, but I like them to be loose and stretch. And also the pattern, I believe it's a free pattern. I think you go up to 45 stitches here in the center before you start decreasing because it's knit tip to tip. But I went up to 50 because I like a bigger dishcloth. So that's it. That's all. That's not all that I worked on. I actually did spin the Shores cardigan on my Tiny Decisions app twice, I think. But it's, I'm just knitting and purling back and forth for the body, and it's like the bulky weight on size US 13 needles, and I think I knit a total of like 7 rows. So I wasn't going to pull all that out just to show you 7 rows. But so that's it. That's it for the knitting.
Yep.
And you don't have any acquisitions?
No, but I did bring this up. It's okay, so
What is this? Dream knitting? What is this?
technically, yeah. Sure. Anyways, so I told myself that I wouldn't cast on another shawl until I finished that one. So this is my bag. I'm going to keep my shawl in because it's big, and I actually fit that for the most part, but then at the end I stopped trying to shove it in there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so the Cozy Moth is also having a knit along. I think hers is, no. Hers is a knit along. Hers is a make along because it's like, I don't know the hashtag or anything, but it's like sprout new skills or beginnings or something for spring basically, because she wanted to learn how to crochet. So, and you could, so mine's not going to be a new craft in general. It's just going to be a new technique, which is also lab. So it's going to be brioche. And so these are my colors for the Snowy Pines shawl, which I've been wanting to knit since.
Yeah, I think you've been talking
for
about it
ever, basically.
since
it's
we
like
started
one of the first
podcasting.
patterns that
Uh-huh.
I wanted. And so these are my yarns. They're just
Are you going to cast them on soon?
Ultra Wool Decay. Soon, but I don't know exactly when. And the colors are just numbers, so we'll get into that at a different point. But, so those are my yarns. It's just the navy and the pink, basically. So, that's all. Right. So, I had to finish that shawl so I could use the bag to make another one.
So, I have 2 acquisitions since we last recorded. One of them was my February skeins of the month from Color and Cotton. So, because she's still behind. But here they are. Oh. There they are. And this one is called Bronze. And this one, I'm not even going to say that. And this one's, the green one is Lima Bean. So they're pretty. Nice neutrals. I mean, I guess the green's not really neutral, but
I think green's pretty neutral.
Yeah, look very earthy. I like them. And that's the brand. Color and Cotton. I don't think it's focusing. And then I saw on Instagram one night, I don't actually spend a lot of time on Instagram, but I was on Instagram, and Jen Crafts is her personal account. She dyes spectacular yarns, and so Jen Crafts has a knitting podcast, Floss Tube. I think it was originally a Floss Tube, and then she started knitting and switched to knitting and started dyeing yarn and making project bags. But she's pregnant, and she has decided to stop dyeing yarn for now. She's just going to focus on project bags. And so she put everything in her shop 30% off. So I went and looked, because that's a good sale.
I looked again.
Did you?
I might buy one.
She still has stuff in her shop?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't have a lot, but she does have a couple.
So I saw this and I thought it was really pretty. And so I got it. And it's just called Advent 2. So, and it's the everyday sock, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, 460 yards. But I'm happy to have it since she's not dyeing now, and she said she doesn't think she's going to start dyeing again right away when her son is still little. But so anyway, I think it's really pretty. So that's it. I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else.
Yeah. So it's very.
Oh wait, I do have something else.
Okay.
I forgot because I did it right after the podcast about which one should be the Cozy Classic Raglan. The green yarn or the pink yarn.
Oh
so,
yeah.
that I made a poll on Instagram.
Wait. I feel like you're like out.
You're gonna mess it up.
I am. No, it's good.
Anyway, so I did a poll on Instagram about the green yarn. I forget what, I should have brought them up, but I didn't. But it's the Scout in the Strawberry Heather colorway or the green yarn that I just showed. Either last podcast or the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
But they're both DK weight, and I want to make one Cozy Classic Raglan out of one of those colors. So the one that won was the green one. It won by so much, though. I think it was
really?
like 35 to like 13.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So the pink yarn is going to be a cardigan at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know when.
So when are you going to cast on that Cozy Classic?
I don't know,
Raglan?
because I still have the other one on the needles.
Is that going to be your new focus?
I don't know.
Should I throw down the challenge?
Hey, look. It was a challenge. It didn't get done. But, so, that was all about my thing.
All right. So we had a nice Easter. The weather was beautiful, and we got to visit with my mother-in-law and father-in-law at my sister-in-law and her husband's home. And they have 10 children, so it's always fun and exciting to see them. And we had not seen them in a long time.
That was the first time everyone was together, actually, since COVID. So
yeah. And
normally you guys get together for like most holidays, don't you?
So that was nice. And then my father came to visit. Excuse me, which was for my birthday, which was nice. So he was here early in the week. He was here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we got to spend a lot of time with him. And so that was nice. Which I feel like I should say this, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. So my father and I have just recently met each other when I was 41. So we were one of those ancestry DNA connections. So that's a fun fact about me you didn't know. So, but it's nice to be able to see him. Since we first connected when 4 years ago, he's visited twice a year, except for last year he didn't get to visit at all, obviously because of COVID restrictions and everything. But so he's back now. I mean, he came back to visit. And it was a really nice visit, and I had a great birthday, and we were off of school this week because I homeschool, so it'll be back to starting up school this week. But we have something exciting for you coming up this week. We will. What was that face?
I don't know. I didn't know I made a face.
So we actually are going to film a April extra at our local yarn store, the Yarn Maven, and in celebration of local yarn store day. And
isn't that on the 14th?
The 14th is local yarn store day?
Is it?
No, I think it's Saturday, whatever date that is.
Oh.
The 17th maybe?
Yeah.
16th? 17th?
17th.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was the 14th.
Yeah. And so that'll go up later this week, and you'll want to watch it because there's something exciting going on during it. And so I've rambled on enough. Do you have anything else to say? No. All right. So just remember that impromptu Noah Shawl pattern giveaway. Just leave a comment below. I can't talk today. Just leave a comment below, and I will pick a winner and announce the winner in the next video. Not the April extra, but the next regular video, which is 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, all right. And if you haven't already, we'd love it if you subscribed and gave us a thumbs up if you like our podcast.
I'm so tired. I'm out of it right now. Okay.
All right, so we will see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.